So you see, the reason that Atsuyu seized the title from the provincial lord was for the sake of the people of Gen, although it was definitely still a crime. Meanwhile, like Atsuyu, there was another man who also had to deal with a weak father. Disaster was closing in, and the father was not capable of coping with such great misfortune. His son was well aware of it. This man, however, did not commit a crime, but defeated by his misfortune, his family lost all their land.
Huh?
You know, I have often wondered myself which makes for the better man. Making those choices is difficult. Do you, like Atsuyu, destroy your father for a greater cause? Or do you live your life in fear, sparing your father's life but ending up letting your people die?
That would be difficult.
I don't think it was Atsuyu.
Huh?
Why is that?
Because the way I see it, he wasn't afraid to break the law, and that's precisely why he committed a greater crime in the end.
I wonder, was that really the case?
Wait a minute, are you trying to tell us that Atsuyu should have been the king instead of you?
Well, I guess we will never know, will we?
What are the Royal Army's numbers?
I would estimate about 20,000 strong.
What's that? That's 3,000 more than our most recent count.
There's word that the Sei army remaining in Konkyu exceeds 30,000.
What happened to Ko Province?
The provincial lord of Ko has left for Konkyu because he has been appointed to the Chosai.
That's impossible.
Perhaps we have underestimated the power of the throne, as well as the influence that the gods still have over the people. Our citizens are very confused. Sir, can you be sure that we have done the right thing?
Hakutaku, how can you say this now?
Ribi, what a waste. She must have forgotten that blood is like poison to a Kirin. I'll probably have to put another spell on him again. Make sure you clean him up well.
Yes, sir.
Young Master, it looks like the Murakami are on the move.
Well, it appears that they want this land quite badly. If they gain control of the area between here and that shore, they could create a barrier across the Satoshi Bay. I'm sure they'll attack us sooner or later.
How can you talk about this so lightly?
I have advised my father that he should surrender to the Murakami, but I doubt he will be listening to me. He has too much pride to do that sort of thing.
Young Master!
Father! Father, where are you? Father, no.
My lord, I am the last one.
Our job has been done.
Don't worry, young master!
You fool! Why did you come back? Wait, no!
Until just recently, when the other provinces fell into chaos, the Gen province flourished thanks to Lord Atsuyu.
I'm not originally from here, but I remember when I got to Gongbaku, I thought it was such a beautiful place.
Yeah, but a new king ascended the throne, and since then there have been more trees, people, and harvest. Gen province used to be 10 times as prosperous as the other provinces. I have no doubt this area would have turned into a utopia. But Gen was neglected and became no different than the other provinces.
Everyone believed that Lord Atsuyu would take action, gain power, and lead Gen to prosperity, but now he's branded as a rebel. I don't know how everything could suddenly change.
Yeah, huh?
Well, there's always a reason for everything.
At least that's what they say.
But then why hasn't the Royal Army started their attack yet?
That I don't know. Hey, look! The Royal Army is starting to move!
Yes, they are.
Is that so?
What exactly are you guys trying to do?
What's the matter? Can't you see we're building a levee?
Really? Well, that's good to hear. But why do it now?
We are all wondering the same thing too, but it's a direct order.
Huh.
What, are they trying to make things right by finally building an embankment?
I wish that were the case. But the Royal Army has only undertaken construction on the other side of the Rokusui, from Shiniki to the lower reaches of the Sugo River.
Could it be? Are they planning to flood us? Tell me this, if we need to take shelter inside the castle, how many soldiers will we be able to fit inside?
Fitting people shouldn't be a problem. It's food we need to worry about. There won't be enough supplies to sustain them for that long a period of time.
Well, we have no choice. Collect supplies from the neighboring provinces immediately. Fortunately, there was a harvest recently.
Do you mean that we should ask them to give beyond what is required of them by law? If I may be so bold, Lord Atsuyu, let me say that the food that's in the people's homes right now and the provisions being held in the town's storage are meant to help them survive the coming year.
Are you telling me that you don't care if our soldiers starve?
No, that's not what I meant. Even so, we won't have enough time to gather that much food. And in the event that we were able to collect the food from people, we still have no idea how long we would be holed up in the castle.
This is an order. Go out there and collect the food.
Understood.
How disappointing. The man's lost his nerve. Koya, we will surprise them by flooding Shineki. As soon as it starts to rain, destroy their embankment at the upper reaches of the Ganboku.
You want to flood Shineki? Why?
We have no choice.
Very well, I understand. I will dispatch the provincial army's elite forces.
One more thing. I also want you to send me 20 of your best soldiers right away.
Yes, sir.
I wonder, have you really no faith in the king when you yourself chose him to rule over the kingdom? So you see, His Majesty is neither a fool nor irresponsible. He thinks things through when he needs to, and he takes the appropriate actions when they're called for. His Majesty simply doesn't always show his side of himself.
But Ribi...
Taiho, please return to the royal palace.
How long have I been out?
You have slept for 7 days, Taiho.
7 whole days. The Royal Army.
They are building a levee on the other side of the Rokusui River.
Why would Shoryu order them to do that? Is he trying to humor Atsuyu? It's not over the horn. Koya.
Taiho. Take this.
Huh?
I have put everything that you will need inside of it. Please take it and escape.
But
We only rebelled against His Majesty in order to bring happiness to the people. We never thought that we'd be putting the welfare of the entire kingdom at risk. Nor did we consider what the king might have been planning, or the consequences of our actions. All we saw was the devastation around us. It blinded us with fury, so we acted recklessly. Please go to the Royal Army, have them return you to the palace, and tell His Majesty that we sincerely regret what we've done.
But if I do that, then Atsuyu will surely...
Lord Atsuyu is no longer the same man. We don't know what happened. He used to care so much for his people.
Huh?
If you make a right at the first corner, you will see a staircase. The underpass leads to the inner palace. Head towards the deep end of Chome Palace and then make your way just below the castle. On the lowest floor is a path that will take you outside the castle.
But...
I beg you, Taiho, you must do this. Please, we cannot let Ribi's sacrifice be in vain.
What is it?
Someone's there.
Do you think it's a guard?
No.
Who's that?
That section over there still needs to be a bit higher. We still have more to build.
Yes, sir!
This is great, isn't it?
Sure is. We can finally get through the rainy season without worrying about flooding this year.
Forward!
Is something the matter, sir?
My stomach just started hurting all of a sudden.
Oh, that's just great. What are we supposed to do now? Let's move!
Is breaking down the embankment really necessary?
What would you rather have me do about the situation instead? I have no choice. There is no other way to win this war. Or are you suggesting that I sit back and watch my people be defeated?
You raised your flags as a call for the creation of an embankment, and now you're going to smear mud on them?
Are you finished yet?
Did you not rise up against His Majesty to create a better world for your people? Well, how will you explain yourself to them if you proceed to flood Shinaki?
Do you propose another solution then?
Please, we must surrender, my lord. You have taken His Majesty too lightly, and now we will all suffer.
Koya, get her out of my sight.
Yes, sir.
It's coming from over there. Does he want me to get him out? Is he unable to talk?
It seems his tongue has been severed.
Do you think you can break those bars?
No, there's a spell on the bars and the lock.
I wonder why. Are you Lord Genkai, the provincial lord of Gen? So then you're someone else. I can't help you right now, but if you hang in there, I promise I'll come back and get you out of there later. Even though this cell is hidden in the inner palace, there's no way Atsuyu wouldn't know about it. What are you up to, Atsuyu?
Please, sit down.
There was a friend of mine, and she once used to be an official here. We were childhood friends, and she would occasionally ask me if I thought it was right for a mere director to be governing Gen. She said things like, "We can't help that our lord is ill and is unable to govern. But shouldn't it be the duty of the director to report Lord Genkai's condition to the royal court? And aren't main officials supposed to return to their post and wait for instructions from the king? But the director has never done it in that way. Why is that?"
Tell me, what has become of this friend of yours now?
That's precisely what I'd like to know. She's been missing ever since the day you took her away. What did you do with her? Where is she?
Who knows?
You fed her to that Yoma there, didn't you? And now you're going to feed me to it also. You monster!
I'm doing my duty, that's all.
Lord Atsuyu ordered you to do this, didn't he?
No, but if he were to discover some of the things I have been doing, I don't believe he would ever be able to forgive me for it. His lord is far too kind-hearted, especially when getting rid of his enemies. It's best to make sure that they're out of your way. Come, Rokita, it's time to eat.
Koya, I'm a bit curious. What exactly have you been doing with all the prisoners that you said you would take care of?
I thought it would be best if we just banished them from the castle.
Good.
Very nicely done. You are turning out to be quite reliable. You understand the things I'm thinking without having to ask me, and so I'm sure that you're well aware of what needs to be done. I simply couldn't have asked for a better commander. From now on, I will put you in charge of handling all criminals. How does that sound?
Yes, sir. Now I'm much more used to it. Doing these kinds of things to our enemies no longer bothers me at all.
Where are we now?
I don't know.
Yokuhi!
It seems that we have wandered into a different underground passage. If I travel through the shadows, I might be able to figure out where we are. However, I have not fully recovered yet.
Then you should save your strength.
Is somebody out there? Who goes there? Answer me!
Taiho.
Sorry, I seem to have gotten lost in here.
Lost? How in the hell did you get here in the first place?
I was taking a walk. Where am I, anyway?
Hell, that's where.
And who are you, old man?
How dare you address me as old man? Have you forgotten the voice of your master?
Is that you, Genkai?
Since when have you called me by name?
Genkai? No, I mean Lord Genkai. I've heard rumors that you've been very ill.
That's right, I have. It's been a year since I've had any food or water. But since I'm a Zenin, I cannot die from starvation, and so I live in agony. And in fact, I haven't even opened my mouth to speak in many years. Nor have I seen another soul since that bastard threw me in here.
That bastard? Who's that? You mean Atsuyu?
Of course. Who else would it be? So how is His Majesty?
He's no longer in power. I heard that under King Kyou's reign, you took part in many unspeakable deeds, including oppressing the people of Gen Province.
He said I was serving His Majesty like a dog in order to keep my position. Have you ever heard anything so ridiculous?
Who are you talking about?
Who is it that you think I'm talking about?
I want you to give me the position of the Provincial Lord.
You know that is not something I have the power to do. Only His Majesty can do that.
Then go become king so that you can make me the Lord.
Why do you always have to be so unreasonable? What? Have you completely lost your mind?
It is I who should be asking you the same question. You flatter the king and you execute your own citizens so that you can live. And when the king complained that there weren't enough executions and accused you of conspiracy, you killed innocent civilians to remove any doubts he might have. You are unworthy to be a lord. I would govern this province far better than you. What good is a lord who cannot care for his own people?
What's wrong? You became so quiet.
Nothing's wrong. I was just listening.
The truth is, all he ever wanted was to be a powerful lord and nothing more.
Huh?
In fact, he would have gone out of his way to find any reason to imprison me. Tell me something. Does he appear to be a great leader to you?
Well...
He does, doesn't he? He's actually a great son. There is nothing he cannot do. He knows what is right, has a compassionate heart, and is brilliant. But unfortunately, there is one basic thing that he still lacks.
What's that?
Just think about it. He is perfect in every way, yet he never bothered going on the Shozan. Why didn't he meet Enki to find out if he was the chosen one?
I am not actually interested in the throne itself. In fact, I did not even go on Shozan when the last ruler died. The welfare of the people is all I care about.
But that wasn't the reason. If it turned out that he wasn't meant to be the ruler, he would have suffered great humiliation, and he's never taken well to such things. For example, I bet you are not aware he's quite a skilled archer. He never missed a target, even at the ceremonial events. With the exception of that one time. Do you know what happened? He claimed that the servant who prepared the target wished misfortune upon us. Then he had the poor man executed. Of course, he may seem like a great man, because he is so skilled, but he is unable to admit his own failures. He always blames others. That way he can continue pretending that he's never failed in his life. But that's not the case. He's not aware of what he's doing. He actually believes himself to be so perfect that he isn't capable of making a mistake. At least that's what he would like to believe. That's the kind of man he is.
What is the matter?
When I first met Atsuyu, I thought he made some good points. That's why I agreed to be his captive and stayed here for so long. But there was something I still didn't understand. If he really cared about his people so much, I didn't know why he would want to start a war. And why was he so anxious to raise an army? Whenever I tried to persuade Atsuyu to stop, I just ended up feeling helpless. But that might be because Atsuyu believes justice doesn't exist. Then that prisoner was... He must be Genkai's double. Atsuyu, you bastard.
You've done well.
Thank you.
The Royal Army may very well have 3 times as many soldiers as we do, but even so, we cannot lose this battle. For the sake of the people.
I, Koya, place all of my faith in you, whatever the cost.
A strange ray of light can be seen from behind the man who approaches. It is Shoryu the King. The 12 Kingdoms, Episode 44. The God of the Sea in the east, the mighty ocean in the west. The final chapter.